What's up, my little Tattle Tells and Tattle Mells, because representation matters. What's up, everybody? Let's just get straight to the point. Nene Leakes is out here in these streets gloating that Kandi's and the gang wasn't the breakout hit that we all expected. Now listen, I heard about the rumors too, but I'll tell you the truth. I saw the show. It's a quality product, and I have no doubt. Listen, and we'll talk about that later, but I have no doubt it's going to be where it needs to be with ratings, and not based on a fight and not based off anything salacious, but literally with that Taurus energy moving to where it needs to go. That said, right? That said, people got some nerve. Nene Leakes was out here in these streets gloating on the fact that Kandi didn't get the ratings that we all expected. And then got the nerve to say you never win when you play dirty. Yo, let's get to what Nene was talking about. And then let's talk about how she got a GD nerve. And ooh. And how the mighty have fallen. And guess what? This is why Nene is Nene. Because at the end of the day, Nene can be a jealous hater to her heart. She got a lot of gifts. She got a lot of style. She got a lot of personality. And she got a lot of hate in that heart. And she is letting that chopper sing. Let's get into this. Then meet me after the jump and we'll discuss. Because you know I got some comments. All right. Oh, before we do, hit that like, subscribe. Come on, baby. It's YouTube. You know how it works. If you really loving that content and you know what I'm going to ask, what's that? Show you loyal and 10 toes down. And why don't you subscribe and hit that notification bell? All right. I'll shut up. Let's go. Let's get into the story. All right, so there was this Instagram post that said, Kandi and the gang flopped with 69th place. You could never win when you play dirty. Stay woke. Nene Leakes, 4/22/19. Then it said, Aunt Nene Leakes, boycott Bravo, boycott all things Comcast, free Nene Leakes. All right. Let's get into the obvious. First of all, Kandi is the first all standalone show they've had in a long time that is not connected to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Listen, the show did what it did. Let's see what it does in future weeks. But let's see how Nene literally jumped in with this BS. So then Jamie with a sexy J said, I refuse to watch for so many reasons, and I've always believed Nene. She's missed. Then Nene Leakes came through and said, thank you. And then Tony Jackson came through and said, stay woke always. Y'all, I got some thoughts. Maybe after the jump. So now, before we go into this, I do have to give a disclaimer. I did review Kandi and the gang. I thought the show was really, really good. Go on and watch the show. Check out my review. And I'm going to be reviewing it every single Sunday, right? I'm going to be reviewing it every single Sunday. So make sure you check out the show and my recaps. All right, y'all. Now, let's get into this. So, the first of my thoughts. Why is Nene Leakes acting like Kandi did something to her? Why is Nene Leakes acting like Kandi's responsible for what happened in her career? Let me tell you something. Nene at one time was considered Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was considered the queen. Yes, darling. Yes, she was considered the queen, right? And everybody was flocking around her. Nene was on Glee. She was on a bunch of things. She was in a bunch of not movies, but on a bunch of TV shows. It looked like she was successfully going to make the jump out of Housewives. And then you know what happened? Nene happened. Nene literally messed up her own career. According to everyone, forget about Bravo. What about, you can say, oh my God, Bravo's racist. And Bravo has a problem, right? But can you explain the other networks? Can you explain the other shows? Can you explain how everybody that has consistently worked with Nene for more than a week, guest viewing, has had the same exact experience for her? Now, here's the thing, right? I know there's racism everywhere. I know sometimes you can't get a fair shake. But what does Kandi Burruss has to do with what everybody that's met you said was the reason for your decline in your career and your comebacks? What's your attitude? Now, let's also talk about this. Nene is still mad about what happened between her, Portia, the rest of the cast over what happened with the Black Lives Matter donation. They were asking for a check to be written. Kandi wanted real change. Kandi literally went to the table and advocated for them to get their money and for there to be real systematic change in NBC Universal. So not just supporting the cause right then, but so young, old, in between, whoever can be accepted into the PAGE program, which is a pivotal program for people to actually get hired by NBC. It is an internship that happens for a year. You learn all about the company, and then they place you in company. Almost every star, every executive, and everybody at NBC Universal started off as a page, even down to like their network stars, literally. Kandi went to the table and said, yes, we want a donation, but we also want to make sure that you guarantee that there will be minority Black children as pages. Yes, we want a donation, but we also need you to guarantee that you will start using Black production companies to make shows. Yes, we want that donation, but we also need you to put Black people in pivotal things, because yes, I know you guys care, but until we have true diversity and people that are people of color, Black people in the room, that's the only way we're going to get change. NBC said, we hear you, we respect you, you know what, we gonna make this donation. So guess what? Nene and Portia got what they wanted. Never mind that Nene and Portia didn't even know how much to ask for, right? Never mind that they did not know what to ask for. They just wanted to be able to say they did something. By the way, Kenya Moore is still waiting for her check. Kenya Moore is still waiting for her donation that you promised you would match to go to the education system or wherever it was. Y'all know what episode I'm talking about. Nene ain't never paid this. Kandi got that donation, but guess what? Kandi also got systematic change. And that's what you need in the movement. And instead of commemorating her and saying high five and being movers and shakers, Portia was busy trying to make sure that Kenya got a bad edit. Nene was just trying to get like a money amount, didn't even know what to negotiate. And both of them were so mad that they were talking trash about Kandi over group text when they should have been congratulating her and smacking hands with her and trying to link up to move the cause forward. Again, this is what she's talking about. You play dirty. Why, Nene? Because y'all were using Black Lives Matter as what? A point for publicity? And everybody else was like, this is for keeps, and we want to make sure it's actually, you can say what you want about Kandi Burruss, but Kandi actually did real change, and it wasn't for a plot, it wasn't for a storyline, and it wasn't for a coloring book, and it also wasn't to relaunch a career when you were already low-key not blacklisted, but graylisted, because nobody wanted to work with you, because they said once you got comfortable, you let your ASS show. Now, again, this is all rumors, but they're rumors that went on top, they went on source. But let's talk about another reason why you talk about somebody played dirty and you act like Kandi had a reason for you not being asked back or even being blacklisted. Let's talk about what you did, Nene, since you want to talk about you never win while you playing dirty. Do you win after you put people in the hospital and knock their teeth out because you don't want them to go in the closet? Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about? Let's get into it, y'all. What was the nail in the coffin for Nene? That bi-wig party, which aired on March 3rd, I believe, of the last season that Nene was actually on, right? Now, during the reunion, right? This was the nail in Nene's coffin when Bravo said, yeah, just forget about it. What actually happened? Portia, right? Big sis, little sis. But you know, there's no honor among thieves. Portia literally aired you out. Now, let's talk about this, right? She literally said, Nene was saying that she only pulled at the cameraman's t-shirt for breaking her rules about entering and filming inside her closet, right? And she said, listen, Portia jumped in and said, well, him, but the other guy got choked up, scratched up, and went to the hospital. Portia Williams said at the reunion, Nene got all this bass in her chest for Kandi, right? All this bass in her chest for Kandi, but the person that put the nail in your coffin was your little sis that you were doing the electric slide with your married booze in the Lethea Lounge. Is that not true? Is that not true? I believe it's true. But let's continue, right? Nene said, did he go to the hospital? I didn't hear nothing about that. Portia continued. He absolutely did, and absolutely had scratches on his back, choked up, and had drug against the wall. And that's when Kandi actually jumped in and said his tooth got knocked out. Portia, Cynthia, Eva, and Tanya Sam all nodded along. Nene tried to defend herself, saying that she heard his tooth was cracked and took some accountability by adding, nonetheless, it didn't give me a right to trust him. Then get this, Eva jumped in to try to back up. She claimed that security grabbed Nene after the party host pulled on the cameraman's t-shirt. However, Portia's side of the story differed again. The new mother claimed that security only interjected after Nene allegedly choked the producer. Portia added that the producer was supposedly making sure that every move was on him from her. Exactly. And said the producer even dived into the climatic moment. Nene faced off with Portia and Kandi inside her closet. Don't forget, at that moment, Kandi and Portia got up to walk to the closet. Nene was like, don't go in there. Kandi stopped. Portia grabbed her and said, no, acting all stupid, and skipped in there with her. And Kandi was like, Portia was the one that started that. Again, you can say that Kandi and Portia are in fault. You can say whatever, but here's my question. How you got so much base again for Kandi because you jealous because Kandi is winning, Kandi is successful, Kandi is respected, Kandi is well liked, Kandi is getting all these opportunities that you think are for you, but you're the one that ruined your opportunities, not Kandi. So why are you still being a jealous hater? But let's get into what your little sis, who you're cool with, said. Or you think she's cool because Portia was off the Real Housewives of Atlanta too, and that's why they do an electric slide together. But let's look at Portia's other statement. Portia said, okay, so after the producers tried to interject and dive in between her, Portia, and Kandi, her, Kandi, and Nene, said, and then Nene comes in, and she said, I said, get out. And at that point, I felt a hand on my back, and my belt came off, and I went for it. So at that point, I was like, okay, you know what? She means it. At that point, Portia said, and once I walked out of the closet, and that's when I saw the man's shirt ripped, and then I saw her choking up the producer, and that's exactly what happened. Meanwhile, on the same night Bravo aired this 3-part reunion, Nene retweeted a theory that the closet confrontation wasn't that dramatic. So now we see more of the footage that shows Nene Leakes, I Heart Marlo, and Portia for Real all laughing and walking calmly out the closet while Portia adjusts her belt. I think editing helped create the mess. Y'all, listen, whatever happened in that closet, a producer got choked out, somebody got sent to the hospital, and somebody's tooth got knocked. Everybody, including her little sis, is saying that she was the cause of it. And then at that reunion, she decided to show her ASS once again and literally walked off camera, or off laptop, walked off camera and never came back for the reunion. She never came back. And guess what? That's when Bravo settled ways. Now, here's the thing. Bravo got issues. I'm still waiting for... I know Mariah Huq is winning her lawsuit. They got a couple other things. Bravo admitted... Vulture admitted with the soul of Bravo that they got a problem with things like that. Absolutely. Did Nene get a fair shake at Bravo? I doubt it. Right? Did Nene deserve to be fired? You put your hands on someone. Is Kandi Burruss in any way responsible for the mess that Nene made of herself at Bravo? Is Kandi Burruss in any way responsible for the mess you made at every show that you actually were on outside of Bravo? Every network sitcom that you were invited to guest star on. Did Kandi make a mess of that? Did Kandi make a mess of your reputation? Did Kandi make a mess of the way, literally, you messed up your reputation? You acted a fool everywhere you went. Did Kandi make you act arrogant? Did Kandi make you act so nasty and rude? No. So what is going on between Nene and Kandi? Now, I will say this, right? I'm an outsider looking in. Maybe there is some actual beef. Maybe there was some clandestine stuff going on. But as much as Nene loves to be a jealous hater and blow Kandi up, I really feel like if she had something, she would have said it. The reason she ain't saying nothing and the reason she just keeps throwing darts is because you jealous and you hate and that you couldn't figure out how to win. And Kandi, even with these ratings, is still waiting. Even with these ratings, winning. Even with these ratings, Kandi is still an entertaining show. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. And that's what eats you up. And that's what you mad about. And that's what you mad about. But baby, you're going to have to keep getting mad. Because even if Kandi and the gang literally balls up and goes into smoke, right? The haters can stay mad because Kandi's still going to be winning. But Nene, you got some nerve. You got some nerve. I'm just saying, Nene, literally focus on the reboot of the College Hill and climbing off of that blacklist. And yes, I say that on YouTube, and Nene's way more successful than I am, but still, let's call a spade a spade. Nene, you got some nerve. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. You think Nene had a nerve? You think I'm tripping? You think there's a point? Let me know. Just be respectful, goddammit, because you know I'll block you if you come talking anything out of pocket. But feel free to disagree with me. Just make sure y'all just respectful. But honestly, let me know. And don't forget, I will be reviewing Kandi and the Gang, right? I will be reviewing Kandi and the Gang and I think the show's going to take off. If you haven't looked at it, make sure you take a look. It's a really funny